Hi everyone, I'm Kayla.
And I'm Lauren.
And this is Stitching with My Littlie, Flosstube number 40. So, hello, we are back. The last Flosstube we did was in February. I think it was like the 8th of February or something. So we're about, I don't know, what, 8 weeks? It's Saturday the 12th of April now. Yeah, life has been lifing. So we are back. I'll go a bit more into the life update and stuff as to why and how hopefully things are going to improve regarding filming and things like that over the next few weeks. But yes, we are back. We have missed you all. We were hoping to do a video numerous times and just have not managed to do it for one reason or another. So this morning we were like, okay, we are doing it. So we've got a few bits to show you. Not considering it's been 8 weeks, we've not got loads because I just haven't been stitching like we would. You've lost a bit of your stitchy bug. Yeah. Things have been going on with me. So yeah, we've got some things to show you. We have the giveaway results from the last video. We've got some haul that's been accumulating to show you all. Yeah. A couple of new Flosstubers that we want to give a shout out. And then obviously, like we said, at the end will be a life update for anybody that does not want to hear about our life. Yeah. That's fine. So, first of all, I think we're going to do the giveaway because I'll forget about it otherwise, and we'll get that done. So the two things that we I put up for giveaways, and I'm already very rusty for 8 weeks along because I can hear myself saying a lot, so I really do apologise for that already. But the two charts that we were giving away was this one, which was Owl Always Love You. And this is by a Faithworks design, and it's got a little charm included in it. And the other one is
Country Lie
by Lily Violette, I think it is. So for this one, we asked you to put the word country in it in your comment below, and in this one, we asked you to put the word owl.
That one comes with a charm as well.
Yeah, so I've done the random comment picker and I will put up the names as we go, but the winner of the owl chart is Heather Anderson 5668, so you should be seeing that now. And the winner of the country life chart is Kelly Does Stitching. Again, you'll see the details up above. So if both of you could get hold of us either on via my Gmail or Instagram message either, and I will get back to you and we'll get those sent off to you. So both of those are in the description box below. Congratulations, well done. And yeah, get in contact and we will get those sent out to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is that. Right, I'm going to move on to stitching. Well, I'm going to show you something Lauren made for me first. So I got back home from work one day and she said, I've made you something.
I think it was Mother's Day.
Was it for Mother's Day? And I was like, oh, wow, what have you made me? And she came downstairs and she made me. I hope you can see it. It was quite sunny here this week. We've had a really lovely week in the UK. I'm not sure you can see it very well.
It's just not.
So basically, she has made me a rose, sort of 3D effect rose. If I might put a picture up. I'll take a picture and put it up because you can't really see it. But explain to them how you made it.
Basically, it's made out of cotton pads, and then I just had some toner, spare toner. I basically just wet the toner, wet the cotton pad with the toner, I had a little jar, and then I basically just folded all the cotton pads over the jar, so it was like in half. And then when it came to the bottom, I just put one big cotton pad over it, and then tipped the jar up, and it turned out like that.
And it's actually stayed. I thought
Yeah.
when it dried it might start
apart,
coming apart, but it's actually stayed. So
I mean, you could probably like colour it in red if you wanted a red rose, but
you could probably put some food colour in or something, couldn't you? You could dip it in or do something like that.
But it was just the first time, and I thought, turned out quite well actually.
I did. Like I said, I'll put a picture up because the
the
not that I'm complaining about the sunshine, because we've had sunlight, but it's not showing up as well as it could show up for you. So yeah, that was nice. That was something that she made me out of the blue. So that was really sweet. So yeah, we will now move on to our stitching. So we have no FFOs. I'm not going to explain that. We just have no FFOs.
I don't have any finishes either.
I do have a finish.
Upsetting.
And I think you will all be really happy with me because the last time... No, not the last time. So it was the video before. So 2 videos ago, which was our whip parade. I asked you to give me a bit of a telling off and to tell me to get a particular project stitched and done and out of my whip pile because it was just silly. Which you all did, and I'm very grateful because I actually decided that I was going to get it done. So, if any of you can recall which one it is called Queen and Corgi. And if this is what it looks like. So, I'm not overly happy with, like, there's the French knots on there and stuff. I know some people said about doing beads and things like that, but I just didn't have them at the time. I just wanted to get it done, so I did the French knots, and it's
finally done.
So it is done. Like I said, it's not perfect by any means, but it is done. So this actually in total just took me 3 stitching sessions, which, considering if you were in the whip parade, you would know this. I started it on the 10th of January 2023.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So for 3 days worth of stitching, it took me 2 years to do it. I mean, that is ridiculous. Yeah. But it is done now. So this is called Queen and Corgi Jubilee Small. It is by Popstitch Club on Etsy. And it is on a 14 count white Ada. I've stitched from stash, so the threads are from stash, not the called for. So there we go. So thank you very much, everybody. You gave me the kick up the I needed, and it is finished. So that is one off my whip list.
Yeah. So
that is my only finish. Sorry about the noise, but I'm going to put them back in bags, and zips. So. Okay, new starts? You got a new start?
I don't think so. I've been quite tame actually this month.
You haven't got a new start?
No.
At all?
No.
Okay, well I have a new start. So, my new start is in this bag here. Which I can't remember where I got it from, if I'm being truthful, which is really bad.
Didn't you get it from a retreat? Was it Jess?
I can't remember. That's really bad, and I'm sorry. But I love the bag.
Yeah, it's cute.
So this is housing. It's blue flower. This is a photocopy of the original because it's my working copy. So this is the blue flower rabbit parade. And I had this kitted up for a while. And I just decided I was going to start it. So I am stitching this on 14 count Ada, which is called Seafoam Opalescent, and it is from the Stitchy Ferret.
I like her fabrics.
I'm using all the DMC threads, but CXC DMC colours, but in CXC threads. So that is where I have got up to. I really like this one.
It's very cute.
You can do like one of the motifs and it feels like a finish. So I did the rabbit and then I did some of this.
The bat.
And the bat. And now I've started here on there's a big flower. So I'm doing that one.
Is the bat hanging from like a flower or a branch or something? Because at the moment he's just hanging in there.
Oh, it's from the border.
Oh.
So this is where he's hanging, and he's hanging from around the border. So yeah, this is the flower that I'm doing at the moment. And then I'll probably come down this way, I think, and get this one. There's a little hedgehog there. So that is what I've been working on. And I do really like that one, so that's quite nice. So when I just want to do a little bit of stitching, and get one of those. And the fabric's really nice to work with as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my new start. I've also got a start and a finish, but I can't show you it because it is a piece that I've done for the retreat. So the Floss Friends UK retreat in Rotherham that we're going to in May. They have a s'mores exchange, and I started that and finished it in 2 days. So I'm not going to be able to show you that until...
I desperately need to start mine. Mine's not even kitted up yet.
Yeah, well, Lauren kitted hers up, chose what she wanted and everything else, and I hadn't done that. And then I decided, I was looking through some charts and chart books and stuff that we had here, and I found one that I really like, so I kitted it up and started it. And now I've finished it, and Lauren still hasn't started hers. So, and we're getting increasingly close. And as you lot know at the moment, my finishing... fully finishing techniques are lacking quite, so we need to get it done so we can get it fully finished, not like the day before. Was the last retreat we went to something like 2 days before or something I was finishing it? I can't be bothered with that.
Car, I think
I literally can't be bothered with that this time, so you need to get a move on.
I do.
So yes, I'm, like I said, I can't show you that one for that reason, but that is what I had. So whips.
I've got quite a few whips, to be honest.
I've got a few whips to show you. So, do you want to start?
Yeah.
Go on then, because I've been talking for a bit.
So this one I pretty much show every video now, but it's the Mouse's Christmas Decorating by Tiny Modernist. I like these patterns. They're very nice to work with. So I stitched mine on 14 count tan, I think. I'm not too sure. With all the called for DMC or CXC threads. So I got the mouse done. So I'm very happy with that. I think she's very cute. I think that's all I did since last time is the mouse.
Yeah, I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah. But I'm very happy with that. So it shouldn't take me much longer because I've just got a few little like snowflakes up here, and then I've got the vine to do. But I don't think it will take me that long.
And the presents you've got as well.
Yeah.
Down the bottom. But yeah, it shouldn't take you that long to do.
No. And then I think I'm going to start the spring Easter one next. But I'm going to wait till I finish this one because I don't want two on the go. Just want to focus on one. So, yeah, I like this one a lot.
This is the second one that you've done now, isn't it?
No, third, because I did the Halloween, the jam, and this
one. The jam one,
yeah.
And the Halloween, yeah. So you're in your third one.
Yeah.
So I've done the
summer
jam one and the summer one. So yeah, I don't have one on the go of those at the moment, but I do want to because there's quite a few of them. Yeah. That I want to do. So.
And I think they've brought out a new one, haven't they?
Oh yeah, you quite like that one, didn't you?
Yeah, it's cute. I think it's a winter one.
Yeah, what's it got on there?
A goose.
Yeah, it's a winter one, I think. Yeah.
I think it's got a little cabin as well. Only a little one though, I think. I'm not sure.
Well, that one will have to be added to our list,
Yeah.
won't it? So.
We need to get the quilting one as well, because I like that one, even though I don't quilt, but I think it's cute.
Yeah, no, I think it's cute as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the what was the other one? Oh, they've got a patriotic one that you said you wouldn't get, but then I said it is quite sweet, because obviously we're from the UK, so the patriotic one, 4th of July type one isn't.
But though, we have looked at it and we can just change the flag probably, because everything else, it's just like...
Yeah, I did say she could
just
do
really cute. It's riding a little bike.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
You could just do like a normal, like a any coloured flag, couldn't you? Just as a... So we might still get that one anyway. But yeah, other than that, I think you got most of the other ones now,
I think so.
Okay, so, right, I'm going to show you which the last one, the Quaker flag by Vivsters, this one is. And the last video, I told you I had all big plans that I was going to be doing, or attempting to do, 100 stitches a day. So like my daily 100, which I heard or got the idea from Leanne at Small Town Stitches. And it works really well for her, and that's great because she's obviously very, what's the word I'm looking for? Focused. So she's focused on what she's doing, and she sees some amazing results, and that's brilliant. And 100 stitches a day really isn't a lot, but I was doing really well. And then after the last video, I literally did like 2 or 3 days of it, which, to be honest, my stitching took a complete nosedive after the last video anyway. And I sort of got out of it, and then I just couldn't bring myself to start doing 100 stitches a day, which is a bit of a nightmare because this project's going to take me forever now. But still, I'm not going to force myself to do something that I'm not happy doing regularly. So anyway, on that note, I have put a few more stitches in since the last time you saw it. I will put a picture up, as always, of the last time you did see it, and you're not going to see much difference, but I put in 259 stitches, so this is what it will look like. This is the Union Jack flag by Vivsters, so that's what it will look like when it is finished. It is currently my biggest project, so this is 410 stitches wide by 210 stitches high.
We might have to sort this out. It's a full-on duvet.
Okay. It's on a 14 count cream aid. Okay, Lauren's given up on that one.
Yeah, it's just like a duvet surrounding me.
And I'm using the called for DMC colours in CXC threads. So this is where I am. So I have got up to the top of that one line, which you will have seen the last time, but I think I worked on this section here. So there's 259 stitches have gone into that since the last time. So I do really enjoy this, and I was getting some really good progress on it, but yeah, right now I'm just struggling with plans. I'm going backwards and forwards. My Terrifying Tuesday and Festive Friday and all of that have gone out of the window. My Winnie the Pooh Wednesday had started to. I have picked it back up again now, and I'm trying to sort that, but everything has just gone plans-wise out of the window, and I keep going backwards and forwards between stuff, and then I'm just seem to be picking up the same projects. I don't know, it's just a nightmare at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I am still getting some stitches in, so that's okay. So, your next one?
Yeah. So I haven't stitched on this one for ages, which is ridiculous really, but we got this at our first retreats, didn't we? Because we bought a little bundle.
We did. So how many, do you reckon that's 2 years now since our first retreat?
I think it was in 2023, wasn't it?
I think it must have been 2 years, because we've been doing the Flosstube videos for 2 years, and it was the summer after we started. So yeah,
but I just
nearly
really,
2 years.
I've just not really got any progress on this. So I thought I'll pull it out and just slowly work on it. So it's On the Beach by Little Loops. And I'm just using everything.
It does
that
say
came
down
with
here,
it.
2023.
Oh yeah.
Because it was designed for the retreat, so.
I'm just using everything that came with it. But there's barely any progress from last time because I didn't really do a lot, to be honest. I don't know if I just did the crab or something. I think I just did the crab. But it is cute, and the fabric is very bright and summery, and I like it.
It's on different thingies, isn't it? Pages.
Yeah, I think it's on 4.
So that's why you're just doing like one
page. That's why it looks a bit
side of
weird,
it.
because the word beach is not finished. And yeah. Also,
So
the
then if you-
sneak minder came in our little bundle thing.
So if you're going on that, the next thing that you will have is a seagull.
Yeah, I was going to do that.
Under the word Sandy, so under here, and then it will be moving across or down there.
Mm-hmm. So, it's a bit ridiculous because I've barely done anything. And isn't yours finished? Have you finished yours?
I have, but not fully finished, which again is ridiculous because it came with everything to finish it. I need to have a finishing day. I haven't had a finishing day for ages. I've still got some Halloween things that I painted the things that I was going to put them on, and they're up in this box here, but I never got round to finishing them off. I've got so many things to summer things to finish, and Ethan, I should have actually picked, hold on, I'm going to grab it to show you. Ethan has made me something in his carpentry course that I've got an idea for, but I want to show you.
Also, this bag came in the bundle, so I don't really think it was meant to be a project bag, but I just used it. And then this little...
I think it was meant to be for that.
And then I just added on this little charm thing that also came in the bundle. So.
Sorry, I'm back. Sorry, motion all over the place. Okay, so yeah, Ethan made something at carpentry, and he's a bit like, oh well, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, so I'll probably just get rid of it now that I've made it and been assessed on it and things. And I was like, you are not going to get rid of it. I said I could use that for something. So this is so basically it's a like a window with a sill on it, with the little groove and things in. So I said to him, I have I'll show you actually the Caterpillar cross stitch designs trees. So the Hello Petal I'm working on at the moment. The other one that I've got that I've finished is Hello. It's not summer.
Spring.
No, it is the summer one, but it's not called Hello Summer. Oh, go on.
Are you sure it will fit in here?
No, I'm not sure it will. But basically, there's 4 trees. So seasonal. Hello Deer and Hello Pumpkin are the other 2, which I actually do have, but I haven't started it. Mm-hmm. And my thought process is, hopefully, that I will be able to finish it in these, so, and then change them out, so they should fit in the groove, and then I can just pop them out, and I will probably give it a bit of a paint or a distressed it. But yeah, I said to him, you most certainly are not getting rid of that, because I can use it to mount something. So whether it doesn't fit in there and I just use it for something else, but I am going to use it. So there we go. That is that one. So I just wanted to show you that before I forgot. Okay.
Your turn.
Where are we up to? Okay, so the next one I worked on, which is when I was still doing Festive Friday, is the Chronicles of Narnia, which is a design that came out in 2022 by the Stitching Book Club. So I've done a few of these projects, but basically she brings out a design that you can read along with a book and then discuss, like when the chapter finishes and when a new one comes out and things like that. so I did start that because I do like Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. It was one of my favourite ones when I was younger. So this is I'll show the pattern of what it'll look like when it's finished. So that's what it'll look like when it's finished. So I've done that sort of part there. I'm coming upwards, so I haven't done where it says the Pevensey bit. I come up there. So I put in 301 stitches and some back stitch. So I'm not sure.
Did you do
which back stitch? I think I might have done, but you'll be able to see from the last picture that I showed. Which luckily isn't going to be that far away because it'll be from the whip parade, so I'll be able to find it. So yeah, I'm not sure if I did like the top colours of the blue and or maybe I did all of it. I'm not sure. It might be all of that writing and the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. But yeah, that's being stitched on a 14 count white opalescent Ada, and I'm using all the called for DMC threads on that one. So it was quite nice to get a bit more progress in on that one, because I want to sort of get down to the picture with the fawn and stuff, and that will be nice. It's got quite a bit of back stitch in this one, so. But yes, that is my second whip.
Okay, so I decided to work on Summer Pillow by Flossabilities. So I actually do really like this one. I like all of her pillows.
Now, there's a few we haven't got though, isn't there? So we're going to have to get those. We've got the spring one, haven't got. Easter.
Autumn,
Easter one.
got. I think we've got the autumn, I just don't know if we've printed it
I don't think we have.
Oh, okay then.
Because we were closer to doing like winter, and then Christmas came out and
I
stuff.
did the winter one, didn't I? So, this is where I'm up to. I think I finished off the lollipop ice lollies block.
Or popsicles.
Whatever you call them.
I do like the fabric on this. I'm not sure if you can see it right, but I think you can. It's different.
It just like reminds me of like a bubble gum sort of thing. But I don't know where that's from. But it won't have a name, I don't think.
I think it's a Zoe's Gifts and Crafts. I think it's one of the...
maybe. And then I just did this in a variegated 107 by DMC. So it's like pinky red. So I think it goes really nice with the fabric. Surprisingly, because there's pink on the fabric, but then there's pink on here.
Yeah, it's a sort of a different one. In the middle where you've got it is more darker anyway, so it is showing up quite well. So
I've done a strip, so I'll be moving on to, I'm not sure.
Which side are you going to go? So.
I'll probably go to the beach ball side and stuff.
This side, beach ball.
I think, but who knows with me. Yeah, I do really like this one. I think it's very cute.
It is cute.
I don't think it will be done by summer though, but oh well. So there we go.
Okay, the next one that I worked on was my Arctic Animal Cell. Now, this is now finished, so this finished, I think it was March, beginning of March was the last clue for it. So this is now finished as a stitch along, but I am still going to work away. I am not going to let it go because I'm not having it sat there. So this is now the finished pattern. So this is what it now looks like completed. So I haven't done from there down or the border. I'm working now on this section, which is basically the water under the ice.
It's not an iceberg, is it? Ice cave.
Yeah.
A cave, anyway.
It's the water and the Northern Lights and the constellations. So that is the section that I am working on. So I haven't done the border on either side, and I haven't done the...
That border looks variegated.
It's just changes in colour.
It's quite cool.
I haven't done the narwhal, polar bear, or the harp seal, and then the writing underneath says Arctic animals. So I've still got like 3 or 4 parts to do, I think. But I have actually finished that ice cave with the house. It's taken me forever. So I'm quite happy that one is done. But this one I am... so it's by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. It is on a 14 count Ada, which is an unknown colour because it is from Megan at Coffee Craft Fabrics and she does not name her fabrics. So I am using the DMC colours provided because some of them are fancy flosses and they're in CXC threads. So the only difference I'll be using is a Petite Treasure braid for the constellations, which is a glow in the dark one. But yes, I've started, as you can see, on the water underneath. I've just got another colour to do under there, and then I'll be going up to doing the Northern Lights and the constellations and things. So altogether, since the last time you have seen this, so I think I finished off majority of the this sort of section and filling in. I have put in 1,165 stitches, so that's a fair amount of stitching on that project, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I do really enjoy it. So, but it seems to be the piece that I take down to the caravan and stitch on for some reason. It's like,
yeah, that's odd.
I mean, it's always in my bag, but it just seems to be something I pull out at the caravan. It's on darker fabric, so I get a bit more natural light in the daytime at the caravan, so that might be why. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that progress, and now it's all out. It's a nice... I never really have an issue with the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery ones. It's a bit like people who do Lola Crow's stalls, because I know there's a new one that coming out, or has just started. I think it's the birds, is it Endangered Birds or something like that?
Where is it? I haven't seen.
But people who do her mystery stalls know that they're going to be great if that's what... And I'm a bit like that with the Frosted Pumpkin Stitcheries. I know I'm going to like them because it's my type of fun, sort of cutie type thing.
I haven't really done a sal, actually. I mean, we've done our own one, but like I haven't done
one to keep up with.
I
think Lola Crow's are quite big sections because from what I can make out, because I like the Haunted Library.
Oh yeah.
I like that one, but I think the original, from what I've seen from other people, a lot of her first ones are like the main piece, so there's a lot of stitching before the actual sal starts.
I like the what's it called?
Deadly Aquarium.
Yeah, I like that one best.
And the other one is the last one she did was the Greenhouse as a Bothy or something. So yeah, I think this one's something like Endangered Birds or something like that. So that would be quite interesting to see that. But yeah, we've gone off on a tangent on something completely different. I have never even done a Lola Crow. You have done a Lola Crow, haven't you?
Only Nessie Claws.
But you've still done one. But yeah, so maybe we should go down a rabbit hole and have a look at, or do some more of the... yeah,
you've bought quite a few actually.
Of the little ones, yeah. Anyway.
This is my next one. So it's I Can Drive a Stick by Lizzie Kate, one of her snippets. So I love Lizzie Kate.
The last one, you would have seen that Lauren had a headless witch.
Yep.
That witch is no longer headless. You'll be happy and pleased to know. So
she's finished now. Well, the witch is finished. Not too sure why this is taking me so long, because usually wording projects.
Yeah, this is normally your type of thing to get into, and you are really close. You've got one. No, that's that. You've literally just got the words "why yes" and 2 bats. Oh, come on now.
And a few little dots.
No. Come on, you lot. Tell her off. You told me off. Give it to her.
It's not like I'm not stitching on it. You didn't stitch on your queen thing.
Okay. Come on then, give me some more grief.
So
what did you stitch then? Just her head this time?
No, I did a broom as well.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Are you just making her with a
No,
head, so
I think
just making me out to feel bad about my queen and corgi?
But it is on a 14 count.
It done.
Hand-dyed fabric by me on DMC 310.
We haven't actually. That's another thing we haven't done for ages. Is still any fabric dyeing.
Yeah, because we need more like
Time.
No, we need like darker colours. I feel like we've just got really bright ones, and I never know what to use them with.
Well, you seem to use them quite effectively.
Yeah, well, this one wasn't even meant to turn out like this. This one, I don't know what this one was really meant to turn out, but not green, let's put it that way.
This is more like a grunge. This is what I would say a swamp.
Yeah.
Like Shrek could live in something like that.
Yeah, probably. So, not too far off.
Tell her, get it done. Get it
No.
done.
It'll be done before Halloween anyway, let's put it that way. I might take it to the retreat.
So she can ring that bell.
Well, I say that I do loads of stitching at retreat, but recently actually I barely don't, because I just talk now. We talk, don't we? We shop, we talk, we waffle, basically.
Faff around, wander around. Actually, we didn't do any wandering. We must make a thingy this time to go around the tables and speak to people, because I do enjoy seeing what everyone's stitching on. But last time we got distracted by...
We did. Our table was...
for having fun and a laugh and puzzle doing with Bob.
We didn't walk around at the big stitch either, because that's quite like
that was
so
huge.
many people.
And you couldn't get in between the tables.
Yeah.
But no, that is what we're going to do. We're going to come say hi.
Yeah.
And look around and be enabled maybe. Although most of them at the stitch retreats have massive full coverages and stuff like that.
I'll be enabled by them. Sorry to say.
Bit intimidating.
Yeah. There's me with my tiny project.
This little one that she can't finish. That most of those people would do in like...
in a day.
Well, probably about an hour. Never mind. Hey. Right, let's move on. The next one that I have done is Something Wicked This Way Comes, which is by Lubadaviesatelier. So that is what the project is. I went through a stage of starting all the things, like not last year, the year before, when I did Spooky September. So I had like 25 or something Halloween starts, pretty much one every day. Majority of them are still ongoing, but you know, hey ho. So I'll put a picture up of what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like now. Again, not a lot of progress. It's being stitched on a 14 count Ada called Cranberry, and I am literally just using CXC 310 on this one. I put in 184 stitches on this, so I think I worked on the K, some of it. So that's where I am up to with that one. The needle minder, that cat one, is from Caterpillar Cross Stitch.
Yeah, hers is quite good quality.
Yeah, I've not had one of hers for a while.
I haven't had one. I've never had one before.
You have got one now, haven't you?
No.
You've not got any Caterpillar Cross Stitch?
But for what I've seen, they're quite sturdy.
They are, and they're very strong. But...
You've got a few. You've got like a Nutcracker and...
Yeah, I've had some out of what she calls the second sale, if you can ever get onto the second sale, because everybody is like there. But
You've
none
also
of the
got
ones...
a toucan, haven't you?
Yeah, but none of the ones that I have, I can see why they're seconds. I don't...
Yeah.
But there we go. Once again, we've gone off on another tangent.
This is probably one of my favourite...
The waffle show.
Yeah.
Welcome to the waffle show.
This is probably one of my favourite projects I have at the moment on the go. I absolutely love it. So it is Hedgehog and Hyacinth by the Blue Flower.
And this hedgehog is what seems to be the little one.
Yeah, the little ones in your
the
rabbit parade. So obviously this looks a lot different to my one because this is done in
fancy flossers. Yeah, you had a bit of an issue the other night actually, didn't you? Because what the flowers are going to look like on here is done in it's a Weeks Dye Works, isn't it? What's it done with?
I'm not sure, but it was telling me to use like
So
one
it's
DMC
done
thread or another one. I was a bit confused.
Yeah, it's country cottage garden threads. That's why it's so cottage garden threads. And so then the DMC alternatives are like DMC 29 and 315.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's going to look like that is the cottage garden threads, which are quite highly variegated. Lorans isn't going to look like that. However, the blended is coming up quite well.
So I'm not too sure.
So this is it.
I'm not too sure if I finished the big hedgehog last time and then moved on to the little one, or if I just finished off the little one. I'm not sure yet, but I moved on to the flowers, so I just mixed 29, I think it was.
Yeah, I think it's 315 or something.
Yeah, so I'll just
which both look like browns. Sorry. So there's going to be no like definition, if you like, between the flower and the stem, but trust the process.
This one's 315, so it's like a nice pretty colour, and then this one's 29, so it's more like a purpley. So I'm just mixing them, and we'll see what happens really, but I think it's quite nice at the moment. But also I keep forgetting to put on my Instagram, like all my projects I always put DMC threads when normally it's CXC, but I keep forgetting to put the
little
CXC.
wellies on these.
Yeah.
So cute.
And this is definitely
I like this one as well. This is
I love this one
on my list. I do like a lot of the blue flower animals ones are super cute. So,
but, I've just done on a 14 count fabric from Stitchy Ferret, opalescent, but I can't really remember the colour because I got rid of the paper.
That is looking like the last colour you had, like blue and pink, and it's actually completely not. It's like green. So that colour there is definitely not showing up the right colour, because that's showing up like the last one that you showed, like that blues and pink, and it's more like a greeny, limey sort of opalescent. So
yeah, I like this
normally
one.
we have quite a good day showing things, but that is not.
I think it's because of the
light, isn't it?
So definitely one of my favourite projects. I don't think it should take too much longer because...
No, you're enjoying that, aren't you?
Yeah, but it's one of the projects that I don't really want it to end because I like it so much.
Sorry, you can move on to my one now.
I'm not too sure where this needle wide is from either. You got it, me, didn't you?
It's a pain-free craft one. We got it at the Big Stitch, didn't we?
No.
Oh, okay.
I got a horse one at the Big Stitch and you got a turtle one. No, you ordered this one for me with a fudge one.
I completely take that
Do you
back then.
remember now?
That's so wrong.
Do you
I do remember.
Okay, good.
Anyway,
it's sat on a little toadstool.
Yeah.
Super cute.
I do remember getting it. I don't remember where it came from off the top of my head. If I can remember, I'll put it down below. But yeah,
I think
it is
I've
super
got
cute.
a paper somewhere saying it. Somewhere. And this
Great.
bag is from Turtle Bay Stitches. I don't know why I put it in here because this one's got chickens on it, but I don't really...
It's a good job you don't show that to your auntie.
Oh yeah, she's terrified
My
of chickens.
sister she's terrified of chickens and their feet.
So confusing though.
She's like, if we go anywhere like a farm or anything
chickens.
and there's chickens running loose, she's like out the door. She can't stand their feet.
I like chickens, but I think in the stitching world they look cuter in real.
Isn't it funny how everyone has weird I know, fears of stuff?
I love stitching bees, but then in real life I don't like bees.
No, and I had a friend years ago when the kids were little, and she hated balloons. She hated the noise of them. She hated them blown up. So whenever we had like a party or anything, if we had balloons, she wouldn't come in through the door. And if one happened to pop, she was just like, she went ballistic. She was. Anyway, my next project was the summer pillow by Lauren at Flossabilities. I worked a little bit more on this one. This one I am doing on a 14 count Ada blue opalescent, and I am using DMC 4200, so again a variegated one. I have noticed that Lauren has pulled a new, it's not a pillow, Lauren has pulled a new chart out of the bag again, which I am living for, I have to say. It's a beach shack, I think, or something. I mean, not that I have any business buying any more charts, because I have so many charts. And also I have her, was it last year, the beach typography one that she got? And I still haven't started that, so I have no business.
I'm surprised you haven't bought Cabin in the Woods, to be honest. But that sold out in a lot of places, didn't it?
Yeah, but the PDF is what I tend to use. Anyway, once again, welcome to the waffle show with Kayla and Lauren, because that's what we seem to be doing a lot of today. But that is where I'm up to. I put in 292 stitches. I think I did this block here, which is actually quite nicely variegated, that one.
Yeah, I like doing these in a variegated.
Yeah, they do look quite good, especially just using the one.
I love the one that I did for my winter pillow on the tea and coffee fabric. That was just, I love that one. I got a lot of compliments from that colour, actually.
And I did the Halloween one, but I did mine in DMC Etoile, so it was like...
You shuffled a few things around as
only
well,
one.
Did you?
Well, I swapped two things and changed the colour. But anyway, there we go.
Okay. So...
Great for everybody to know.
My next one is Leaves Collector Gnome by Sodastitch. This is part of our Gnomes Everywhere sale. I do really like this one, to be honest. I just love the colours and everything. So, this is a 14 count printed fabric. So, where's it from?
Zoe's Gifts and Crafts.
And here
it's perfect for that.
Yeah, it is. So you can kind of see where the nose is going to go now, because I've completely finished the hat now. So, yeah, that will be his nose, and then his beard, which isn't too big actually, because he's obviously surrounded by leaves. So I think I'm going to do the beard and the nose, and then I'll move on to the hand and the rake probably, and leave all of the leaves till last. But yeah, this one is very cute. Even though it's lots of browns and stuff, I like this one. So yeah, it's very autumn.
It is cute. I do like that one.
Yeah. And my needle minder says, just hanging with my gnomies. I got this from a retreat.
Was it from Michelle at Stitch Mania Stash?
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, my next project is Hello Petal, which is what I said might fit, although I probably could tell right now, couldn't I, by having a look.
I don't think it will fit, to be honest.
No, thanks for your confidence, Lauren. Really appreciate that. Okay, so this is what it will look like when it's finished. This is Hello Petal from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I am doing mine on a 14 count white Ada, using the called for DMC threads. And this is where I got up to. So I put in 289 stitches on this one.
It might fit actually. I'm not sure.
It might be too wide.
This is a struggle.
Okay.
Because the board's not big enough. We need our bigger board.
It's right behind you. So that is where I got up to. So I think I've worked on this, which is the mouse.
It's like a two-tone colour.
Yeah, it's
isn't
the
it?
mouse, which is this one. I know a lot of people changed this actually at the time to make it more like pastel-y, or more, no, less pastel-y and more sort of true to, like, so I think they either picked a grey or a brown or whatever, but I'm doing it the way that it was done. So that's what I've worked on there. So we could have a little try of this, couldn't we? So here is the frame, and this is,
Oh yeah,
oh, hold on, if we do it from the back that would be better. Oh, I think it might, you know, I mean it might be a bit,
Oh, it might be a bit big actually. I thought it might be a bit too small.
oh, I'm not sure, it depends on how far the
Depends
other
on
side
what
comes
position
out, but I mean if that sort of stayed like that, that would fit perfect. I have a feeling it's probably not going to, but without me getting the summer one out, which I finished, I won't know.
I'm sure Ethan can make another one.
Oh, I think he'll tell me where to go very politely. But if not, I will find something else to go in there. Probably maybe more of a Christmas themed one. But I wanted this to be out all the time.
Story time with Santa would look cool in there, but I don't think it'll fit in there.
I did want something that would be out all year round, and I just switched something out. So, but we will see.
Yes. So my next one is from Cross Stitch for the Earth by Emma Congdon. I like this book. I think it's got some nice things in here. So this is the one I'm doing. It's Enjoy All the Little Things.
But it's not actually called that because none of them in the books are called anything. So
Yeah.
it's sort of, you just put your own take on it. I think they're called like pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 3. So.
So I thought I'd like this one, and I do like it. I'm just like, I don't know, I'm struggling a little bit with it because it's. I just kind of wanted to do the animals mainly, but now there's like loads of little bits and bobs and backstitch everywhere, and it's just like not really enjoyable anymore.
Oh, you just plug away with it.
Yeah.
And then you'll get to that. It's because you're still in the writing, I think, which normally you like the writing, but when you do, maybe you should do a little bit of something and then go down and do a little animal and then come back and do a little bit more.
Yeah, but it's the mushrooms that I'm not enjoying. Basically, I worked on the mushrooms, but I did a mistake with the colours, so that's a bit annoying, because it turns out that 2 colours in this mushroom are the exact same. So my mushrooms just look the same, basically. But it's fine because mushrooms aren't meant to be colourful and nice, are they really? They're meant to be boring and brown.
Who actually...
Are they mushrooms or fungi?
Do you care?
No, I don't really care, but it's just a little bit like... It's strange, really. You know? Because they all just look the exact same, but whatever.
I think you're okay. I don't think you should worry too much about it to put you off.
But after the mushrooms, I've got some beetles and that to do, so...
I think you should just do a little bit of what you want and then go back and
No,
do
it's
something,
all
because...
in different pages again,
Okay.
though, so it's stressing me out a little bit.
Well, maybe you just stress about it then.
Anyway, it's on 14 count, like, grey type of Ada thing. So, I don't really know, to be honest. It's nice, but the mushrooms are driving me insane, to be
Or
honest.
move away from the mushrooms and go back to
No,
them.
because I like to just stay on
Okay.
one thing.
Right.
So, who knows?
Great to know, Lauren, honestly. Okay, let's move
Also,
on.
this project
okay,
bag.
that's all.
Someone made me this project bag. I think it was our first project bag that we received. I think.
It was.
So, that was very nice. So I thought that was quite fitting because, you know, Peter Rabbit and out in the wild and stuff. It goes with the nature. You can move on now. I'm waffling.
Thank you. That was so much. Okay, the next one I worked on is Halloween Tiny Town by Heart in Hand. And this one I stitched I am stitching. She's put me right off now. I am stitching on a 16 count Ada, which is called Tan. And I am using a mix of the DMC called for and the DMC alternative. So I'm not using any fancy flossers in this one at all.
I like the tiny towns, they're quite cute. They're more stitching than I think, though.
They are. Well, a lot of people just get them done, but they seem to, even though they're small, they seem to take me quite a while. So I think I worked on this little hoe here.
I've never seen a pink pumpkin before, though, and there seems to be quite a few. Pink there.
Well, just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean to say it doesn't exist.
Oh, it's cute, though, but I've never seen a pink pumpkin.
Have you seen a pink house before?
Yes, actually. Ballamore.
And also in Aberystwyth,
Yes.
in Wales, they have coloured houses.
We're just waffling.
So wherever, oh, I'm here. This is where I am. So I'm doing that house, and then I've got that tree to do, and then I'll come back this way. So I've got loads to do, to be honest. But still, I do like these tiny towns. They are.
I like how people finish them in a drum. It's quite cool.
Well, don't ask me to do them.
Well, I've not even started one.
I've actually watched somebody making a drum. I'm not sure if it was Vonna Pfeiffer or someone else, but that is not a bit of me at all. You need to start sorting your finishing skills out, and then you can start making me a drum.
I'm not using the sewing machine.
You don't use a sewing machine with that.
I've got 2 more things left.
Well, I've got 3, so we're okay.
We've actually had pretty much the same amount of whips.
Similar.
So, this is another one that is probably one of my favourites out of my whips at the moment. And it's Stitchy Tier by Erin Elizabeth Designs.
Which is part of our 3 Cheers for Trade Tiers sale.
Yeah.
That we are doing.
And I'm not actually too far off finishing this one, to be honest. So I'm very happy about that. But here it is. So I did the sewing machine since last time, I think. And then obviously did the back stitch in it as well. I think that was it. I'm not too sure, to be honest. And then I've started doing the spool, like what are they called? Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
Top and bottom.
yeah. So yeah, I do like this one a lot, to be honest. So I've just got to finish off the spool and then do the tomato, and then the under, like the tier. I can't get my words out today.
The bottom of the tray?
Yeah.
Tier.
And then that's that section done, and I just have the bottom bit. So yeah, I like this one. This is on 14 count.
You just showed everyone your back.
Oh well. It's called linen, but it isn't Ada. So, and I
It's
think
by
the white,
DMC. It's linen by
Yeah.
DMC is the colour of it.
I think the white just stands out with this one, to be honest.
Oh, you stole it all from me.
No, we
A
made,
fabric
we
from
made
me.
a switch. We made a trade. Because I didn't like one of my fabrics, but you like that person that makes the fabrics, so it just makes sense. You're not helping with my
No,
words
sorry,
today. You're just
sorry.
looking at me like laughing, like, you know, you need to help.
I need to help you with your words, okay?
Yes.
Right. Next one is my Winnie the Pooh Wednesday project, which is called Pooh Sticks by Debbie Minton for Designer Stitches. This is what it will look like when it is finished. This came as a kit, so I'm using everything included in the kit. And I am working on this on a Wednesday, really, as part of a stitch along with Danielle, who is the Cardiff stitcher, and Rachel is joining in, who is Talking Dog stitcher, and we are stitching this as part of 2 stitch alongs. So it's the WTP Sal and Winnie the Pooh Wednesday Sal. And this is where I am up to. So I am now up the top in the trees. So that is as far as the trees. I've got some, I think, bushes here or leaves to do. All of the filling and then the back stitch on this section. And then it will be finished. But I'm super pleased with that. It has got a lot of back stitch in it, but the back stitches has made it come completely to life. So I started this one in March 2024. This is when the style started. So I have been doing this a year now. But without doing it with the saddle, it wouldn't have this much progress on it. So I am really chuffed that I'm doing it on that Wednesday, because it is making me work on them, which means I can then move on to another one, because I have got a lot of Winnie the Pooh projects in my stash and I do want to be stitching on them. So this is good for me. So I'm really chuffed with that. So yeah, just got to push through those trees at the top. But yeah, I'm enjoying that one. So if anybody else wants to join in with that stitch along, you're more than welcome to.
Do you want to do one more?
Okay. Okay, so the next one that I worked on is my Nautical Tier by Erin Elizabeth Design. So this I worked on as part of the
3 cheers for trade tiers.
Well done. See, we do know what we're talking about.
It's a bit of a mouthful, that this salad is, just like the other ones.
Yeah, we do like to give our sals tongue
Long
twister
names.
So this is what it will look like when it is finished. I am not doing it on the called for fabric, so the white and everything is popping a lot more on the fabric shown in the picture than it does on mine. However, I'm okay with it. So I'm stitching mine on a 14 count Ada, which is called Eclipse from Sparklies, and I am using all the called for DMC threads. And that is where I'm up to. So I have literally just got the bottom of the tray to do, so the stand of the tray, and then it's on the bottom some starfish,
Shells.
and some shells and some little peanuts. So I'm literally on this section here now, and then I finished.
They really don't take that long, actually. I think.
Well, they're only like, they're 63 wide by 83 high, so they shouldn't take that long. But I just use these as doing, if I can do a section at a time, I'm happy with it. So
yeah, that's what I do.
And once I've done that one, I will be moving on to another one, because I seem to be collecting tiered trays now.
I'm going to move on to the dog one next. Have you decided what you're doing next? Oh, right.
Okay.
So this is my last project I worked on in this bag, which is probably one of my absolute favourites.
It was your birthday present, wasn't it? From Ursula.
I love this one. So I do actually like the project that's in it as well, actually. Right, I need to get the cover photo out. We just ignore that.
No, that is that the? It's not the actual one. That is a photocopy.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying
that's
it's
fine,
just all folded up. Yeah, it's just that little corner. So this is Feathers by Bothy Threads. I didn't want 2 Bothy threads on the go because that's ridiculous, but seems like I have got 2 on the go. But I do prefer this one more than the other one. But oh well. So I'm using everything in the kit. I don't really know what I did since last time, to be honest. I have a feeling I did... Oh, can you hold that up, please? I feel like I did all of that dark stuff.
Okay, we'll put a picture up anyway. This is the needle minder from Pain Free Crafts and Vivsters.
Oh, I do.
I
really
think
like
you're doing quite well on this one, because the last one you do struggle with for some reason, and I'm not sure really why, because there's no reason to struggle. But this one you just seem to be. You get quite a lot done when you stitch on it, don't you? You make quite a bit of progress. So
I just need to fill in a few more like block stuff, and then I think I'll be moving on to his main, which is a lot of colour changes. So that's probably where I'll just get angry with it, to be honest. And
well, then you just move over to something else. This is the problem with you. If you get angry, you need to move to something else and then come back and do a little bit instead of just going, I'm not doing it.
I have actually learnt my lesson of taking out the hoop, because if you know, last time my hoop stained my other Bothy threads, and that just upset me a little bit, to be honest. And then a mistake happened with the other Bothy threads, and then I was just like, this is just a sign.
And she threw her toys out of the pram and said, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, but I like this one better, so we'll just go with that.
Okay, right. My last whip that I worked on since the last time we saw you is my Gnome of Oz. So this is being worked on as part of my Gnomes Everywhere sale. It is the Gnome of Oz by Sodastitch, and this is what it will look like when it is finished. Okay, you're taking over my... I'll just put this over there while you laugh all about it. So this is the Gnome of Oz by Sodastitch.
There we go.
And it is being stitched on a 14 count Ada from Megan at Coffee Craft Fabrics. So again, there is no name to it. And I'm using the called for DMC colours in CXC threads. That is where I am now. So I put in 212 stitches, and I think I did the shoes on the Tin Man and some of the Yellow Brick Road this time. So I'm going to finish that off, and then I can move on to the next gnome. So yeah, really enjoy working on that one as well. I love these gnome patterns. I've got so many in my stash. It's ridiculous, but yeah. So that is where we are up to. So that is all of the whips that we worked on in the last 8 weeks. I mean,
I think it was quite
a bit. I mean, it's not really for us, but it is quite a bit. We have some stuff to show you instead of not showing anything. So
quite good for me.
Okay, it's all about Lauren again. So yeah, we have some haul and things to show you now. So we are just going to pause for a minute and put our stuff away, and we will be back before you know it. Hello, we are back. So we are now going to move into the haul section of the video. So we've got a bit. Not loads and loads, but we have got a bit, so we're going to move on to that. So we are in a thread club from Rachel, who is Talking Dog Stitcher on Flosstube and Instagram, and she is the Talking Dog Stitchery is her shop. So we are in a thread club. Well, 2 actually. I'm doing the classic colour works and also the week's dye work. So we have 2 months worth to show you of that. So the first one I'll do is the classic colour works to show you. So this one is Apple Fritter. That one. And then there is Argyle Socks. Aunt Marie's Violet. Auntie D. I don't know how true to life these colours are, because some of them are coming up a bit brighter and some are not as bright. And then Autumn Spice. It's that one. So that one is the first lot of classic colourworks, and then this one is the second months worth. So this is avocado. And then it is baby blanket. So we're moving on to the bees now. I like that one.
I don't think that's showing up very well.
Then it's baby chick, which is like a yellowy. No, they're not showing up the best. But we'll go with it. Baking tin, which is like a grey. And then the last one of classic colourworks is balsam fir. It's like a greenie. Okay.
Okay,
Do the week's styleworks?
Yeah, so this one is angel hair. Apple pucker. Aqua, I think this one's my favourite one. Arrowhead. And then artichoke. And then the recent one is autumn leaves, which this one is my favourite. Azaleas. Aztec red. And then, oh my gosh, baby's breath.
Yeah, a tangle now.
Yeah, and then the last one is baked apple.
Okay. So that is our 2 months worth of the thread clubs we are in. We are then in a Needle Minder of the Month club, which is from Laura, who is the owner of Cotton and Clay. She is also Butterfly Stitches on YouTube as well. So I am in that club. I cannot remember which way round, which month these are, but and they're in the thingy, so I'm hoping they're not going to have too much glare on.
That is a really bright yellow on camera.
So there's the chick.
That one's cute.
That one. And then the other one that we have is the little lamb, sheep.
There we go. That one's
curly
cute.
hair.
Yeah, that's cute.
So they're the 2 needle minders that we have from there. While we're on the topic of needle minders, I was enabled by Lauren from Flossabilities. Thank you very much, Lauren. I saw on her Flosstube that she had purchased some Peter Rabbit needle minders. So, of course, I had to go and have a look at them, and they are from, well, I purchased them from Stitchtastic. So it's stitchtastic.com. They don't just sell these, they sell lots of other things as well, but so these are the Beatrix Potter needle minders. So just the first time I got, they do a couple of other ones as well, but these are the ones that I really wanted. So I got the Peter Rabbit one. That's Peter Rabbit. And then I got Mrs. Tiggywinkle.
This one's my favourite one.
So it's super cute. And then when I went back on, I think there was a bit of a sale for this one. I think they had a sale going on, so I had a bit of a look. I'm not sure. But regardless, anyway, I went back on and Jemima was back in stock because she was out of stock. So I went and got Jemima Paddle Duck as well.
You can just tell by looking at these that they're going to be good quality.
Yeah, I haven't taken them out, but they feel
sturdy.
Yeah, and heavy, so strong. So yeah, I've got
They've got rectangular
those
backs,
three.
haven't they? I've never seen that before.
Yeah, and they're quite thick backs as well. So
yeah, I've not seen that
sort
before.
of. I don't know if you can see how thick the back is, but anyway. Thank you very much, Lauren, for enabling me with those, although it does not take much, as we all know.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got some patterns, so I'm going to show you some freebie charts that I found, first of all, that I actually really quite like. So they're from Owl Forest
Embroidery.
They're from Owl Forest Embroidery, and they're freebie patterns. You can get these on owlforest.co.uk because obviously they are a Russian company and designer, so therefore they had to shut down their Russian websites, but you can get it on owlforest.co.uk now. So these are the charts. So I found these ones. This one is called Spring Hopping. They are 99 stitches by 99, and I think these are really cute. So there's that one, and then there is Garden Stomping. That's like the summer one. Again, that's 100 by 99, so pretty similar. So
it's
yeah,
got a little fudge at the bottom.
So
that don't look like stitching in the hedgehog's spikes.
I think it's like a fuzzy thread, like a. So there's that one. Then there is Autumn Skittering, which is foxes and owls. And the last one, which is the winter one, is Winter Dining. So that's got the squirrels and the winter birds things on. So yeah, I really like those ones. Yeah, so I thought I would share those with you. Obviously, Owl Forest have multiple other freebie charts on there. They have quite big ones, so they've got the 100 owls ones, which I was always going to start and didn't start. What are the Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz, stuff like that. They're all freebie charts on there, so go ahead and look on there. I then purchased some charts from Lena Over on Etsy. So this is the first one that I purchased. So this is Winnie the Pooh. I think when I do mine, I am going to leave off the big border around the edge because the actual 4 pieces have a singular border around it, and I like the big border, but I'm not as fussed as to spend all that time stitching that when I'm quite happy with the 4 little ones. So that's the Winnie the Pooh one, and then I picked up on a similar one the Mary Poppins one, which again I'm probably just going to stop it at that outside border. Huge. Yeah, because that is quite a chunk of stitching that I don't feel the need to do. I don't think it takes anything away from the actual design, so I'm quite happy to just take that border off there. So they're the 2. They have other ones on there, quite a lot on there as well, but they're the 2 that I wanted right now. I also did a couple of purchases from Rachel at Talking Dog Stitchery. She had sale on a few items, so obviously because I apparently am collecting all the tiered trays from Erin Elizabeth Designs, I purchased these ones. So
strawberry tier this one is, and then
so these are like summery type ones, I suppose.
Yeah, and then B tier. They've done this on another dark fabric again, but I don't think I'd do that on dark.
It's to pull up the white, isn't it? But yeah. Lauren really does think she needs to do a horse one.
I know. I don't think she's going to bring one out though. I mean, she might do. I hope she does. I really like the winter one as well with all the animals. I think it's the winter one.
Oh yeah, the woodland one.
I love
yeah,
that
we haven't
one.
got that one yet, have we? But I like that one as well. Yeah. So those are that. And then I picked up some. So we got some fabric.
Should I show mine?
Zoe's Gifts and Crafts. Sorry, I was just thinking who it was. We're doing a £5 Friday fabric option. So I purchased some fabric because I wanted to get some fabric for a project that I want to start anyway. So I purchased that, and then I got these. So I got some for Lauren.
Yeah, so I've got this like pinky purpley one, and I don't know if you can see, but there is like gold little spots on it. So I like this one, and then this one is my favourite one. It's like a minty, which isn't really showing up on camera.
No, showing up blue.
And it's got like purple and white spots in it. Is it? No. Not too sure what's
Maybe a
going
bit
on
more.
here.
No, it's the light, and I don't think you're going to get any of that today, to be honest.
No, but yeah, I got them too.
So you got those in 14 count, and
Yeah.
then I got these ones in a 16 count. So yeah, that's more blue, whereas it's really not blue.
It's like
sort
mint.
of more,
Minty green.
yeah, it's showing blue and it's not, it's green. So we've got that one, and then this one, which has got some gold specks on it. Again, not really showing up, but they're in 16 count Ada. And then I purchased some fabric for this chart here, which is the 6 Wives by the Stitcher Hood. So I've had that pattern for a while, because anybody who knows me knows that I'm interested in Henry VIII and the historical side of all of that. So this was quite a good one. I've got the Henry VIII and his wives bigger pattern that I'm working on as well. But this one was just sort of something that I could do, and I quite like the fact that it was telling you the dates and of him, as well as which ones were survived and all that sort of thing. So I've got that, and I wanted to get some sort of blood splattered stained fabric for it to go on. So I've got this, which is 16 count Ada. So I thought that would be perfect on that. And there's only 3 colours on there. However, I am thinking I might change that anyway to sort of maybe just have the names of the wives in slightly different colours, rather than having it all in that sort of... So I don't know, but I might change it up a little bit, I think. But yeah, I've got that fabric now, so that is perfect for that pattern. Well, I think it is, so see on that one. So yeah, those 3 were from Zoe's Gifts and Crafts on... she's got a Facebook page. She's actually on holiday for 2 weeks now, so her Etsy shop is in holiday mode. However, her website is obviously still taking purchases, but they won't be coming out until the end of April. So, okay. I also got given some threads by my sister, who does crafty things, but hers is more like embroidery, machine embroidery.
She's done a bit of cross stitch as well.
She has, yeah, but she does more sort of machine embroidery. And she thought she'd purchased some threads, and actually they were like for stitching, cross stitching, not machine embroidery. So she gave them to me. So they were from Temu. So they're Chinese threads. I don't know how close they are. They have the numbers on them, but I'm not sure how close they are to DMC. I think they're called Siro, S-I-R-O threads. But I have 2 lots of those, so I will see how close they are. But anyway, they are good for just doing sort of smalls if you were changing colours and things like that. So I got those, and then funnily enough, just after I was given those, Tan the monogamous cross stitcher was showing on, as a couple of Flosstubes ago now I think, some variegated threads that she'd found on Temu, and she was using them and said that they were quite good ones. So I went on and purchased some as well. So sorry for the crinkling. There is a big bag. You can get them in different sizes and things, but there's a big bag of all variegated threads, and we know how much Lauren likes a variegated thread. We do have the DMCs, but again, these are quite good for just smaller projects, or if they are on the same sort of colour scheme. I'm not really sure, but anyway, they're good. They will be put to use. So I got those, and then while I was on there, I purchased some little bags, which I thought could either be little project bags, or if I've got a bigger project, they could put I could put the threads in them. So I got some Wizard of Oz ones. So they're just little sort of canvas bags, really. So it's on the back as well. Then I got a Winnie the Pooh one, and then there was a little Peter Rabbit one, so I got that one as well. So they were from Temu. So again, really inexpensive, but perfect just to put some things in or utilise with that. I then picked up, so I went on to Etsy, and I was looking for some like Mary Poppins bags for the chart that I showed you before. And I found this company, so it's a lady called Amelia, and it's Amelia X Joy on Etsy. So it's Amelia X Joy on Etsy and Instagram. And I found these project bags, which she does them for knitting and crochet as well, but they're like she does different size ones, but this was like one of the flat bottom ones. So it's not a huge bag, but I really like this one. She does different patterns. Just hold that up, I'll see if I can bring up her page.
So the Mary Poppins are in the gold. And it's got different things in London, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so she does lots of
and the little keyrings and umbrella. I don't think you can see.
But yeah, most of the bags are for she makes them more specifically for knitting and crocheting and stuff like that. Sorry.
Oh, please.
Sorry, I just thought I would show you the actual page, but I don't think it's having it.
It's not having it.
Okay, never mind. It is what I said it was anyway. But yeah, so I purchased this because I thought this would be really cute to have the and it's got a little bag. But yeah, like I said, she does different size bags. So she's also got like drawstring bags, slightly bigger bags. I think this was like the medium size one. But yeah, I just liked the fact that it's it was a Mary Poppins one. You don't see a lot of those ones around, because I was looking as well to see if she had like a Winnie the Pooh one for the other bag, but as of yet she doesn't. But she does do it in different sizes and things. So I purchased that, and the last thing that I purchased was a while back, which I'm just going to use as a project bag, which I think is more like a handbag or even a baby changing bag. But I found this was in a local shop to us, Clinton's, the card shop it was actually. So I was in there and they had this on sale, and it's a Disney Bambi Thumper and things.
Mary, I think that cat is.
So I got that because I thought it's padded, but it's like Velcro. It's quite a big one. Inside it's got 2 zippers and stuff. So I thought, I'm sure I could find some sort of thing to utilise that for, and it was quite a good price. So yeah, that is our haul. Flosstube, as I'm going to mention, we normally do a Flosstuber of the Flosstube, which is like a new one to us. But there's 3 of them that I want to shout out this time. The first one is a friend of ours, which we met at our very first retreat we went to, and was actually sat on the same table as her. She's been to a couple of other retreats, and actually the last retreat I got her Smalls Exchange project. So it is Sam. So her YouTube handle, and I think it might be her Instagram as well, is Stitchy Sam. I will link her in the description box below. She's now on a 3rd Flosstube. So yeah, go over and check her out. She's doing a really good job, got some really good projects. She also did a whip parade. I think her second one was a whip parade. So go over and check Sam out and give her some support, please. The next one I came across is 2 cousins from America. So I think they're from Maryland way, I think. And they're called Because We Stitch. And that's Nisi, I think it is, and Kathy. They are on their 2nd Flosstube now, because Nisi's had a operation on her shoulder, but she's still been stitching. So they are on their 2nd Flosstube. So yeah, go over there, check them out and give them some support. They are doing super well as well. We do like some duo, don't we? So yeah, go over and check them out. And another one that I came across last night, Lauren has not watched him, but I came across him, and I'm sure I don't need to shout him out because he seems like he's doing amazingly well, considering he's only on his 3rd Flosstube, and I think he's got something like 4,000 subscribers. So I'm sure you will know him anyway. But this he is Jason Cross Stitches, and he has only been stitching since November 2024, and he's already starting, or he had a birthday start on Saga Long Dog Samplers. So yeah, he's doing amazingly well, and it just shows with the amount of subscribers he's got. So if you are not subscribed to him, go over and check him out, because again, he was very enjoyable to watch and see all the projects. It's also quite nice to see men coming through the Flosstube community and things as well. There's quite a few now, so that's quite nice to see. So yeah, they are who I want to shout out this week, or this Flosstube. I will mention them down below so that you can go over and check them out. Okay, plans. Well, I'm not planning anymore, because my plans, the only thing that I will say is I'm going to try and continue to do the Winnie the Pooh Wednesday sale, but other than that I am not planning anymore because I'm struggling to stick to my plans. I did have an idea that I wanted to, because I have all of these projects that you obviously saw in my whip parade, and I wanted to get through them, at least try and get some sort of progress on all of them throughout the year. And by doing that, I thought that maybe I could pick a project and work on it for a week and then rotate it to another project, so they were all getting them. But I'm not sure that I would do that either. So I'm struggling a bit at the moment, because I seem to be stuck in the habit of just picking what I have in my bag, which is where I take upstairs, which has got some of the things that I work on all the time. Lauren does quite a good thing where she rotates her bag out,
but keep some of my favourite projects.
So I might do that. I might change some of them out and do that. I don't know, to be honest. I'm sort of in a bit of a funk where that's concerned. But I have some really brilliant projects that I want to work on, and also some ones that I want to start. I've got some brilliant new patterns and stuff that I want to start. But yeah, I don't I don't know. So where my plans are concerned, my plans have gone out of the window, and I will be stitching on my Winnie the Pooh on a Wednesday. But other than that, I'm not making plans. You'll see what you see when you see it, I think, at the moment, until I can get my head around it, really. But I will still be stitching, however small that is. I will still be doing that. Do you have any plans, or are you sticking with
Only
what you do?
one, because I'm gonna start and finish the retreat exchange. That's my only plan. But I do want some finishes because I've only had one finish this year, and that's upsetting me.
So you need to maybe go through what is close to a finish and put them in your bag then. Or at least maybe one thing that's close to a finish and put it in your bag with some other things.
Yeah, probably that witch.
Yes. Get it done. Get it done. There you go. That needs to go in there then. Okay, so that's our plans. So, or non-plans.
Yeah.
So that is it in terms of stitching related stuff. We will go through onto a life update now. If you are not interested in that, that is fine. Thank you very much for sticking with us this long. It has been a long video and we do appreciate you all. Obviously, if you are new, this is the first time that have come and across our channel. Thank you very much. We hope you like what you see and will like and subscribe and return back to us. If you are obviously one of our long-term viewers, thank you very much for sticking with us and coming back after such, I know it's not a long time, but 8 weeks is a long time in the stitching community, especially there's so many new Flosstubers coming out, videos coming out, so we do appreciate you sticking with us. Okay, we are going on to life update. So a bit has been going on. In terms of me, I'm just going to start off with my work-related things. The reason why we are hoping to be able to do more regular Flosstubes again is because I have made the decision to drop my hours at work. Currently I am doing 8 till 2, although it never really is 2 that I finish. For any new people that are here and sticking around, I have back end of last year I changed my job from a school cleaner, a secondary school cleaner, to working with horses at the yard that we ride in, the stables that we ride in. And my hours are 8 till 2, but it's about a 50-minute on a good day drive there. So we are leaving. Lauren comes with me and helps out as well sometimes, but we are leaving at like 7 in the morning, and sometimes I don't finish work. I very rarely finish work at 2 o'clock on time because there's always something that needs doing extra. Sometimes I'm not finishing until nearer 3 o'clock. By the time we get home is nearly 4. It feels like it's becoming more of a full-time job than a part-time job. And as I have Lauren at home, obviously, again, if you're new, she's home educated. So my main priority is to make sure that she is having an education. And yes, she can get on and do things that I set her, but part of that is that I'm here to educate her as well. And also we are missing out on doing some of more of the fun side of the home ed side of it. So, you know, the cooking, the going out, the going on trips, the doing fun things is becoming less and less. And I'm struggling to do everything. Lauren knows this as well, but I've been struggling to do that, keep on top of the housework. My mum and dad are not in the best health, as you guys know, and I've not been able to be around as much for them either, taking them to appointments and things, which I also am struggling with. So I made the decision that I couldn't do it anymore. I actually went and spoke to my boss and attempted to hand my notice in. She has given me other options, one of which being reducing my hours. So I'm going to try and do that and see if I can cope with that, or if it's just not going to happen anymore. So hopefully in the next week or so I will be going down to doing 3 half days a week. Well, they're still 8 till 2s, but 3 days, which gives me 2 days and the weekend, but 2 days in the week to be able to prioritise Lauren doing stuff that I need to do, keep on top of the housework, things like that. So obviously part of that will be that I will have that time to be able to do regular floss tubes for you guys as well. And we'll see how we go from there. Yeah, it's just a lot, really, a lot more than you think, and there's a lot. Well, I've spoken about it before, and other people, friends and stuff. I've chatted with Arlene, who is stitching in the fens and things, so they all know what the struggles that I've been having. So yeah, I'm going down to 3 days a week, so we will see how that goes. Yeah, we've had a few issues at work as well with losing some of the horses.
Yeah.
As in having to have them put to sleep. So that's been quite upsetting as well. We had 2 in 1 week. One of them had colic, didn't they? And was put to sleep quite suddenly. Again, we have input and see them in the mornings, turning them out and things, and then we've had messages later on that evening to say that they were poorly and had to have the vet be put down. So one of them was a couple of days ago. He was an old boy though, he was like 35 with a lot of health problems, but again, you become attached to them, and yeah. So hopefully no more of that, because that's been quite stressful.
Toby and Roxy, who are riding lessons, have both gone lame, so that's a bit annoying.
Well, I think it's like Toby's struggling anyway, I think, because the one that had to be put down was his sort of stable neighbour, so.
And field friends.
Yeah, so I think he's struggling a little bit.
He's a bit depressed, I think, so.
So yeah.
Lots of treats and huggles he's been having.
Yeah, being spoiled, lots of cuddles and things. So there's that. That's my side of it. On a more positive note, the caravan's opened. So we have been down there a few weekends, haven't we?
Yes.
And obviously next weekend is Easter, so hopefully we will be down there for a few days.
And then it's your birthday, isn't it?
It is my birthday, yeah. Which is mad to think. That last year me and Maggie had started doing the birthday jam sal together.
It's a bit too late now to start another sal, because isn't it on when is it, Tuesday?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't need any more stress.
No more sals.
But yes, obviously Maggie, you've had a birthday recently, so happy birthday. I hope you had a great time. And yeah, that's just a bit mad to think that was a year ago we started that. But yeah, so the caravan's open. We have been making plans to start for the carnival this year, so that's all going on. Ethan has a job.
Yeah.
Part-time job. Obviously he's doing his carpentry course, but for over 12 months he has been trying to get a part-time job and applying, and it has been ridiculous how many times he has been ignored by companies, not responded to, not given an opportunity. So yes, he now has a part-time job, so weekends for 4 hours a week, 4 hours a day on a Saturday and Sunday he has a job. So he's really enjoying the independence and being able to buy things for himself,
and he can
stuff.
just walk to the job because it's not far away.
Yeah, so that's good. That's been fab. So we have that. My mum and dad. My mum is still waiting on an operation for her hip. She is becoming less and less mobile and more in pain and more aggravated, shall we say, by things, the situation. Not the happy-go-lucky person she was. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that operation will come fairly soon, really, we hope. But my dad has just had another operation on his arm, so he had his elbow for nerve damage on his elbow, and he's also had carpal tunnel in the same arm, so on the same day. So Yes, that's his right side.
He
so
is
he's
like
just had
being a bit
stitches
silly
out.
though, you know, cutting the grass, trying to...
Apparently he can cut the grass with one
He
arm.
wants to drive soon.
He's just hard work, really. And then he wonders why things don't heal properly, because he doesn't listen to what he's told to do, because he's stubborn and they won't ask for help or ask for anything. So, yes, because this is one of the reasons normally I'm around and I'm there and I saw him and I've not been able to. Luckily, my sister has been stepping up and catching them in the act and doing things, taking them to hospital appointments. So
she's not the most stable though.
She's
anyway.
not, no, medically she's not well herself, but yes. So, and going on from that, the last time I spoke to you guys, she was going in for a procedure, a colonoscopy, because they found something going on there. Luckily, everything was okay. She has just got well, it's not just obviously, but it's polyps that are on her bowel, not anything more sinister, which is what we thought it was, so they can be treated. So that was a positive outcome, which was great. So yeah, the only other thing we had Mother's Day here in the UK, which was fairly quiet. We've had my dad's birthday, again, was fairly quiet, and their anniversary, and then Morgan's birthday. So that was quite nice. We went out for a meal as a family. So she turned 21. My second child is 21. How did that happen? So yeah, we went out for a family meal, and then the day after she decided she wanted to go shopping with me and Lauren to Manchester's Trafford Centre, which was nice. It was nice to spend time, all the three of us, but we are so used to, like, we're not used to a city. Me and Lauren aren't. We're not city girls, are we? Morgan is quite... she enjoys city sort of life. I think her thing would be to work or own like a coffee shop in the middle of a city centre and be busy and buzzing, and that's it.
I couldn't think of anything worse.
But
I think I'd rather live in the country.
Lauren's more a country girl, and I'm happy being sort of in more of a well, I didn't say Shrewsbury's a small town, but a smaller town where you have access to things, but it's not so busy. Like, it literally felt like the whole of the UK was wandering around a shopping centre, and
it was nice though, because
it was nice. It was nice. We spent time together and we saw lots of shops that we don't get to see, like, here.
And also, it's like the inside, like the food court was...
Yeah, it looked like the Titanic.
Themed, yeah. And then in the toilets, it was like an Egyptian theme.
Yeah, it was like...
it was all...
yeah, the toilets were...
There was random water fountains in the middle of the centre as well.
Yeah.
So it was a bit
it was nice to see something else, but yeah, it was just a bit like... I mean, it was a Saturday, so we do know that that's always going to be manic, but... and it was the day before Mother's Day, so once again, we do know that that's going to be...
But some of the queues went outside the door.
Oh, God, yeah, like, they were queuing up for Greg's, like, down the street, and...
Pandora was...
Yeah, you couldn't even get
crazy.
into a Pandora, because they were queuing to get in, let alone to actually look at them. So I was like...
We bypassed some shops.
Yeah, I think we're just old. Most of you people being, like, in cities or in, like, if you're in America, in big places, whereas we're literally used to smaller town scale. But we had a nice time. It was lovely. It was lovely, and we enjoyed ourselves. So I have now 2 over 20-year-olds, and madness. Okay, have you got anything else you want to talk about?
Not really.
No, I think we've said most of everything. Thank you again for everybody for sticking with us. Also, for those that reached out and asked if we were okay, because they hadn't seen us for a bit. Yes, we are fine. Just like I said, work things have just taken over my life, and I know that happens to everybody, but I want to take back control a little bit, and I'm in a position where I don't need to be working that many hours. It's more luxuries, and I need to do things with Lauren and be there for my family and things. So that is where we are at with that. I appreciate literally everybody taking the time to just keep with us, and we are hoping definitely to be more regular again now. Those that have won, so Heather Anderson and Kelly does stitching, get in contact with us through our Instagram or email. We will get those charts back out to you. Go and check out the new Flosstubers that we have recommended to you, and yeah, we will see you again really soon. Take care, happy stitching, look after yourselves everybody. Bye.